All the experience in the world doesn't prepare you for this. The president of Exxon is missing. His car is sitting at the end of his driveway, the engine cold. The newspaper still on the seat, and no one has any idea where he is. April 29th, 1992, Morris Township, New Jersey. Sidney Riso leaves home at 7:25 a.m. like he does every morning. No driver. No limo. Just him, his car, and a quick stop at the end of the driveway to grab the paper before heading to Exxon. Except this morning, he never makes it. 30 minutes later, a neighbor notices the car still there. His wife knows instantly something is very wrong. Police think heart attack. Maybe he wandered off. Search dogs find nothing. No blood. No struggle. No witnesses. Within an hour, the label changes. This isn't a missing person. It's a kidnapping. The FBI sets up inside the Riso home, taps the phones, surrounds the house, and waits for a call that never comes. The next morning, a woman calls Exxon headquarters with bizarre instructions. A letter is taped to a light pole at a nearby mall. Inside, Riso's credit card and a ransom note signed Fernando Pereira Brigade, Warriors of the Rainbow. They claim to be environmental terrorists demanding $18.5 million for Exxon's environmental crimes, but agents notice something odd. Only a small part of the letter talks about ecology. Most of it talks about money. Investigators search for this group. It doesn't exist. The name references Greenpeace history, but there's no chatter, no record, no activity. This isn't eco-terrorism. It's camouflage. A distorted voice calls after a coded newspaper ad. A tape of Riso's voice is played, but even his family can't confirm it's him. The kidnappers demand very specific green Eddie Bauer duffel bags. Profilers start seeing details leak through. Golden retriever hair on the letters, brand name preferences, security jargon. These don't sound like radicals. They sound like suburban yuppies pretending to be revolutionaries. Quantico builds a profile. A white middle-aged couple, financial problems, lives near Morristown, owns a golden retriever, and the man likely has a law enforcement or security background. This isn't international. This is local. 4 days in, the FBI attempts a ransom drop with bags full of newspaper and hundreds of agents in place. They wait for instructions. Silence. Hours pass. The kidnappers never call. A terrifying thought creeps in. What if they don't want the money anymore? Weeks pass. The kidnappers force Riso's wife to go on television and beg for his life. Not for the ransom, for control. Over a month later, they re-engage. A chaotic series of calls sends an undercover agent driving all over New Jersey with fake ransom money. Phone booth to phone booth like a scene from Dirty Harry. Agents stake out every payphone in the area. Then the break comes. An agent spots a man using a payphone in a closed section of a mall. He's wearing latex gloves. The plates trace back to a rental car. Agents rush to the rental agency and find a man and woman returning a vehicle that matches the description perfectly. The man says he's heard about the missing executive. The agent tells him he's not missing, he's kidnapped. And you did it. Arthur and Irene Seal, a normal suburban couple. Arthur is a former Exxon security expert and ex-cop. He helped design executive security policies at Exxon. He knew exactly how to take one. They weren't terrorists. They were broke and believed they deserved a better life. But Riso isn't in their house or the storage unit they rented. Arthur won't talk. Irene finally breaks. She tells investigators the truth. On the day of the kidnapping, Riso is shot in the arm. They panic. They put him in a wooden coffin-like box Arthur built ahead of time and place it inside a metal storage unit with little air and no light. They visit twice a day with water and crushed vitamins. No food. No way for him to relieve himself. By the fourth day, Sidney Riso stops breathing. Irene leads agents to the Pine Barrens where they buried him. The medical examiner can't determine the exact cause of death, only that it was homicide. Irene pleads guilty and gets 20 years. Arthur later pleads guilty and receives 95 years plus life. Investigators spent 7 weeks trying to save a man who had been dead for over a month. The kidnappers thought they were smarter than the FBI. They hid behind fake ideology and fake terrorism. But the details gave them away. Golden retriever hair, Eddie Bauer bags, security language. They didn't look like criminals. They looked like everyone else. And that's what made this case so terrifying.